Okay, good afternoon students. So as we are discussing about pollution, okay, so in pollution we discussed about pollution. What do you mean by pollution? We discussed about pollutants, okay, then we discussed about air pollution. Air pollution. In this sense, we came to know that the contamination of air through harmful substance, which is a pollutants, are called air pollution. Okay, and air pollution contains both gaseous pollutants as well as particulates pollutants, that means solid pollutants. So we talked about oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, carbon monoxide, CFC, that means chlorofluorocarbons. Okay, we also discussed about how CFC causes harm to our environment, but to say the fact that the hole which was on the Arctic Circle, okay, it is healing day by day due to less amount of CFC and by various organizations who are trying to reduce the pollution. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the effects of increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air. Effects of increased concentration of carbon dioxide in air. So before this we will come to know that why we are taking only carbon dioxide as a major source of pollutants. Okay, so if we look at the composition of air is a mixture and it contains nitrogen, it contains oxygen, it contains carbon dioxide, okay, it contains noble gases like argon, neon, helium, etc. It contains water vapor and dust particles. So these are all the composition of air. In that also almost 78% of the air is composed of nitrogen, 21% of the air is composed of oxygen, only 0.03% of air is composed of carbon dioxide. Then noble gas, water vapor, dust particles remaining percent, that means it is almost about 0.93% and water vapor and dust particles almost 0.04%. But still we are more concerned about carbon dioxide. Why we are more concerned about carbon dioxide? Because with the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, many disturbance can happen. As for example, the air will not be pure. Okay, not be pure means it will not be suitable for the living organism. As we all know, animals and humans need oxygen. Okay, it needs oxygen, and this oxygen is released by plants during the preparation of food. We release carbon dioxide which is used by the plants. Okay, but what will happen if we keep on increasing the amount of carbon dioxide? If we keep on increasing carbon dioxide, what will happen? The atmosphere or the air will be contaminated. That means it will be toxic, it will be poisonous. Okay, it will be poisonous. So to make a balance, we must plant the trees also. Why we must plant the trees? So that if you plant the trees, the increase in the carbon dioxide due to the increasing population and increasing industries and factories, due to the increasing industries and factories and due to the increasing population, we are increasing the amount of carbon dioxide more. Okay, and if this carbon dioxide is increased, there will be a much more effect on the environment. So to reduce this amount of carbon dioxide, we must plant more trees, so that more carbon dioxide can be consumed by the plants. Okay, so this amount is very little, but this should not be increased. Okay, and if this is increased, what will be the effect? We will come to know. We'll come to know. So burning of fossil fuel, that means, as we know that how carbon dioxide is produced from the 0.03% is natural, but we are increasing it, and we are increasing because of what it is said, burning of fossil fuel by burning of fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means petrol, diesel, okay, even the smoke from the, when we burn something, the smoke, they also contain carbon dioxide. Okay, that means burning of fossil fuel increases the quantity of carbon dioxide. The increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air has resulted in an increase in the earth temperature. Okay, that means when this carbon dioxide is increased, we have observed increase in temperature. Increase in temperature. That's why we can see that in most hill areas, okay, in hill areas, the temperature is less. Temperature is less. Why temperature is less? Because in hill areas, vegetation is more. Trees and plants are maximum. Okay, which absorbs the amount of carbon dioxide, making that place cooler. Whereas in cities, we observe rise in temperature, or we feel much more hotter at that place. Why we feel much more hotter at that place? Because due to factories, due to industries, due to more population, the amount of carbon dioxide is increased here. Okay, so basic things, carbon dioxide increases the average temperature of the area or of the earth, you can say. Okay, so the phenomena of rise in temperature due to the increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air is called greenhouse gases. That means when there is an increase in carbon dioxide in the air, and that phenomenon is called greenhouse gas, greenhouse effects, or it's called greenhouse effects, where greenhouse effects, And the gases involved in the greenhouse effects are, number 1 is carbon dioxide. Not only carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, they also are greenhouse gases. They also are greenhouse gases, because if there is more water vapor in the atmosphere, the place will receive, or the place will be hot. Okay, greenhouse gases. Okay, so the simple definition of greenhouse gases is the phenomena where there is a rise of temperature in the atmosphere due to carbon dioxide is called greenhouse effects. Okay, and this leads to global warming. Global warming. Okay, that means when there is an increase in greenhouse gases, that means when there is an increase in greenhouse effect, when there is an increase in carbon dioxide in the place, we receive, or we called it a global warming, which in the past 5 years these global warming were much more in consideration. Why? Because we were emitting more carbon dioxide by our uses. Okay, by our uses. So let's talk about its disadvantages. It has one advantage also. This greenhouse effect has one advantage also. I will tell you when we finished its disadvantages. Its disadvantages. So number 1, the global warming, rise in temperature would change the pattern of crop cultivation. It will change the pattern of agriculture, you can write. Pattern of change the pattern of agriculture. And if this pattern of agriculture is changed, that means we mostly grow our crops according to the temperature. But if the temperature is fluctuating, it is changing, okay, the crops may be affected. And if the crops is affected, obviously the farmers will be affected. Farmers will be affected, then the growing population will be affected, because there will be no food for the living beings. Okay, living beings mean both plants and animals, and eventually there will be a extinct of the many species. Affect the monsoon rain adversely. Number 2, it affects the monsoon rain, and this monsoon rain is very much important in terms of agriculture. Okay, and also in regulating the earth temperature. Okay, so it will affect monsoon rain also. Third one, it melts the polar ice. That means it melts the polar ice. Polar ice means ice present at the polar region. That means North Pole and the South Pole. Basically, we will talk about North Pole, not South Pole. Okay, polar ice, even glaciers. From where? Perennial river flows like river Ganges, river Brahmaputra, okay, river Indus. Okay, so what will be the effect? So if it melts the polar ice and glaciers more, that means we will see a greater amount of floods in the, what you can say, river banks, river bank of river Ganges, river Brahmaputra, okay, and river Indus in terms of India. But in terms of other places, yes, If the rivers are perennial, that means if they originate from the glaciers, they may also get affected. Okay, and if this polar ice melts, what will happen? There will be an increase in, which leads to increase in water level. Okay, water level means level of the oceans, water level of the oceans. And what will happen if this water level will rise? Okay, at the upper part, the places may have a flood like situations. And if there is a flood like situation, yes, we can say that there will be a loss of life, there will be a loss of property, more disease will be formed, as most of the disease they occur from the water bodies only. Okay, and if there is an increase in water level, the islands, okay, the islands which are of lower elevations, they will submerged. As for example, it can be that Andaman and Nicobar will be covered in water, and the habitats there will eventually die. Even Sri Lanka may also get affected. Indonesia may also get affected. Even Australia and New Zealand, they also can be harmed. Okay, so as a result, many low-lying areas will get submerged under the water. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of greenhouse effect and global warming. Okay, and I told you that there is an advantage also, but we will not take into consideration because the advantages are very small. Okay, as for example, to grow plants, to grow, what we need? We need carbon dioxide, we need water. Okay, that is greenhouse effect. But if in certain place, if there is as for example, mostly in cold places, people, what they do, they cover the area, they cover the farm, small farm obviously, with a plastic sheet. Okay, and they prepare a artificial greenhouse effect there only, and due to that greenhouse effect, the plant less. That means artificial greenhouse effect is made to produce plants, okay, or to grow plants, or to grow plants in area where the amount of carbon dioxide is less. As for example, the amount of carbon dioxide, the amount of water fluctuates according to the places. As for example, in hilly areas, the amount of carbon dioxide is less and amount of oxygen is more. So at that places, what will happen? The places are much more cold and plants will not grow properly also. So at that places, the people, what they do, they make a greenhouse effect. That means by covering the area with a polythene sheet, okay, which eventually helps them to grow plants. But it can be said that it is mostly used in a very less amount. So basically, we are not talking about improvement in plants. In this topic, we are talking about what? Pollution. So we mostly talk about disadvantages of increased concentration of carbon dioxide. That means disadvantages of global warming. Okay. So now the greenhouse effects warming can be reduced. How this can be reduced? That means prevention. How this can be prevented, or what are the ways by which we can prevent the greenhouse effect? prevention of greenhouse effect. So number one, the basic thing, planting trees, planting more trees. By this what happens? If you plant more trees, the amount of carbon dioxide will be absorbed by the plants and result will be normal. That means the balance will be maintained. Number two, reducing the consumption of fossil fuel. Number two, by reducing the consumption of fossil fuel. Okay, how we can reduce the consumption of fossil fuel? As for example, we can use we can reduce the use of vehicles. Okay, that means private vehicles. For that we can practice carpool or even nowadays bike pool also. Okay, another one, use of public transport. Okay, by using public transport. That means number one, if we plant more trees, the amount of carbon dioxide will be absorbed by the plants. Second, reducing the consumption of fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means mostly petroleum, diesel, okay, and other things. And as we all know, nowadays each and every household, they have their own vehicles. Either they have their own cars or either they have their own motorcycles, and very few people they use cycles. Okay, but that's okay for the development of a individual. That means living standards are become much more high. But to reduce the consumption of fossil fuel, we can use public transport. So instead of going by our personal vehicle, we can use public transport like buses, okay, trains, and nowadays metros also it can be used, because that will also consume same amount of fuel, but more people will be traveling in those vehicles and the amount of the consumption will be less. Similarly, carpool, if from a colony, okay, from a certain colony, if 4 people have their own vehicle, if 4 people have their own vehicle, okay, so and they are going at one places for work, so instead of carrying their own vehicle, they can what you can say, they can share the driving. That means suppose Monday person number 1 vehicle is used for all the 3, Tuesday person number 2 is used, Wednesday person number 3, Thursday person number 4 is used, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So in this case what will happen, if to move from the colony to the working places, if they consume 1 liter, that means if they take their own vehicle, how much fossil fuel is burnt? 4 liters. But if they use or if they share the car, that means if they carpool or if they use the public transport, so instead of 4 liters, only 1 liter of petrol is of fossil fuel is used. So 3 liters of petrol is consumed less, so which will help in this greenhouse effect. So this was all about effects of increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air.